SexyHackers.com.
Sexy Hackers Clothing presents a podcast where anything can happen, so long as it's written down in a book. Warning: do not read this book straight through from beginning to end. These pages contain many different adventures you may have as you discover the secrets of Terror Island. From time to time, as you read along, you will be asked to make decisions and choices. Your choices may lead to success or disaster. The adventures you have will be the result of your choices. After you make a choice, follow the instructions to see what happens to you next. Think carefully before you make a move. The dangers on Terror Island threaten the entire planet, and it may be up to you to save us from world destruction. Good luck.
SexyHackers.com.
Life is like a story with many paths to choose. I gotta get some good friends to help me make it through. So here's the plan, just take my hand, the adventure's just begun. And all we have to do is turn to page fun.
And we welcome to Turn to Page Fun, the only podcast where I, your host, Nick Fearer, read through a bunch of choose-your-own adventure books and review them with a cavalcade of my very funny friends and other such so-and-sos. An idea that is so good, I immediately stole it from my partner and froze her out of the production process.
Sure did.
Currently, we are reading Terror Island by Tony Kolz, copyright 1986 by Bantam Books, and Edward Packard.
Oh,
Yes,
old friend,
our old friend Edward Packard. Salute.
Connecticut, Hewlett Packard.
And currently, we are reading this book. This book. We are reading this book with, over on my right, my good friend. I have a musician, a writer, a very, very funny person, and a good friend, Mr. Ryan Baer.
Thank you. Yes. Hello, and welcome back. And Zubuk enthusiast. Seriously, those books. I mean, they were well illustrated. I learned a shitload of stuff about nature. Did it come in useful later in life? Not really, but
right now.
Yeah,
that's true.
It came in useful 2 weeks ago when you had to explain to us what a sea snake was.
That's true. Yes, they are reptiles. I mean, they still killed us, but they are reptiles, and with fast-acting venom. Yeah,
you gotta respect what kills you.
You gotta respect what kills you. That's what I've always said, and that's the holiday message I wish to impart to all of you.
All of you.
It is indeed the holidays, I think, around this time.
Yes, it is.
I should know.
I believe so.
Excellent.
And then over on my left, I have holiday enthusiast, actress, comedian, and dog rescuer, Miss Laura Holterman.
I am a holiday enthusiast. I really enjoy the holidays. Now that I don't work in retail, I really enjoy the holidays.
Yep.
My after 10 years in retail, my first year out, post, I went a little bonkers. I was like, let's go caroling. I'm getting like 2 trees. Everyone's getting presents. We're making gingerbread houses. And I've continued that ever since then.
Yep. Sounds like an amazing. It's interesting about the whole retail thing because there's just, it's hard for retail people.
So hard.
It is.
Yeah. So if any of you are working any kind of retailer service this time, we see you, and we really, really appreciate what you're doing because you're dealing with people that are just, it's stressful.
Yeah.
And they need things immediately because everything else is just, but at the same time, they should treat you better. And so we know.
We give you a big old hug for courage.
Yeah.
We should all treat each other better.
We should all treat each other better. And usually the holiday season is a time of year where we do, but sometimes it's also really stressful.
Yeah.
And so sometimes
we should all hug right now.
Yeah.
It's on the chairs or on mic. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Good podcasting.
And then I got my, and then here we go. And then I got my, all of us. We're just doing, everybody.
If you're in retail,
So-
just imagine.
Yeah.
Back to
Just
your
imagine
corner.
a warm, cozy hug.
Get the torch.
Put your earbuds in, and just we want you to know that we know that person is wrong.
Yeah.
Who's yelling at you?
Yeah.
They're so wrong.
They're
We
always
get
wrong.
it. The fun was expired. You don't have to honor it.
It's true.
It's okay. They
It's
made a
okay.
mistake. It's past the return date. It's fine.
We love you. Thank you so much for working. And then finally, I have over on my right a very special guest, star of small screen, computer screen, stage, and silver screen, and a great man with a big old heart, Mr. Tim Higgins. Hi, Tim.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Tim.
It's good to be here again.
Yeah.
Man, I don't,
just,
yeah.
Just a warm, glowing feel, or are you angry? I can't.
No,
Okay.
yeah. But no, I like this. You guys are all, I don't spend enough time with you folks. Just our
You're a busy guy.
You're very
we're all
popular.
busy people.
Yes.
But like once we there's just that magical moment where everything works out and we can all find time to get together. I'm appreciating this quite a great deal.
Thank you, Tim.
You did.
You're on Terror Island.
Yeah. And so while we all collectively reach for our facial tissues to wipe the tears away, we're going to tears of happiness and coziness in Higa, if we want to be Finnish. We're going to move away from all the schmaltzy stuff and go back into Terror Island by Tony Kolz. Yeah.
I don't know, like you're kind of schmaltzy.
Member of the rebellion now.
Where
I got it there. I was just like,
Yep.
you know,
where we are currently, we have shipwrecked onto Terror Island. Are after vacationing with our father's friend Bill Sutherland.
still, is it vacationing? I mean, you're
really
just supposed
not.
to bask and
It's
read
cover.
on a. Okay.
You were cover for this mission. He's on a mission.
He's on a mission,
he's on a
so he felt that it would be better to be a child trafficker than to be spotted as a secret agent.
You know what? I'm gonna take this another way, just to feel put a positive spin. Perhaps our own dad is maybe too busy with work and not really there for us. And Bill has actually stepped in as a father figure and went, you know what, kid? I know your dad's never going to be able to take you on these secret missions and train you on these things. I'm going to take
But I
you.
will.
I will.
I'll endanger your life. Although
But my mother, wait, she's not around.
I do have an issue.
Yes.
I just want to bring it up now. I know the intro says that the Omicron Corporation wants to destroy the world.
Why would you destroy the world?
We've never learned their ultimate plan. We just assume. Now they have, killed us a few times. But
And they have slave helmets
right. But
that work on both people and animals.
But what's their goal? I need to know what their ultimate plan. Enslave the world, perhaps, or just I don't know.
Destroy it. And how many animals do you have helmets for? Like we've seen the saber-toothed tigers. Are we
Right.
getting down to meerkat helmets?
Oh, they're adorable.
That'd be really cute.
Oh,
Meerkat in a
yeah,
helmet.
little nice.
Shrew helmet.
Oh, shoe helmets.
That'd be cute.
Anyway, let's destroy their
Island.
Terror Island. Let's destroy them.
Look at those adorable little slave animal helmets.
You'd be like Ralph the Mouse on his little motorcycle.
Oh man.
This little eggshell.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
So we rescued Bill from the shipwreck. He decided that we were qualified enough to do some recon on the Omicron Corporation on Terror Island. We tried some recon. We came across a patrol of saber-toothed tigers. We hid from them. We found a native to the island by the name of Floyd, who has a delightful British accent, but we couldn't possibly believe that he knew Queen's English because we were racist. We decided to...
you learned it from Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
we decided to help him.
All that he says is lyrics.
That'd be so great.
To Waylon and Ken.
Help him lead the rebellion.
Yes.
Yes,
know about
we
that.
decided to help him with the rebellion. And so we've contacted the other rebels on the island, and we are moving in mass. A two-pronged plan. The first prong of the plan is to attack the mansion where the Overlord Masters are, Omicron Masters are, and the second plan is to attack the tower that controls all the other slaves. And so we decided to go with to attack the tower because out of 50 people, they sent 45 to the mansion and only 5 to the tower.
Yep.
So we are going to attack the control tower.
And we have a laser pistol.
We do have a laser
laser
pistol.
pistol.
A pew pew indeed.
Shh, Brian will be sued.
Play it in the minor
Fine.
chord.
Yeah.
Under the leadership of a woman named Carolyn, you and 4 others begin the march to the control tower. According to Jonathan's plan, both attacks will begin at dawn. While his group storms the mansion, your group will take the tower. This proves easier to talk about than to do, you realize, as you get close to it. The tower that houses the control center looks like a long needle with an egg on the top. There is an elevator, but that is operated by the tower commander from within the egg. We will need a volunteer, Carolyn explains. Who's willing to climb the outside wall? It's over 1,000 feet up.
Yeah.
It's really high.
Someone had some sort
You
of...
have till dawn to get there.
Get going.
Don't suppose we have any robots in the rebellion, do we?
Anyone else excel at climbing?
Has
Shiny?
Floyd just fucked off at this point? What's his deal?
Floyd is busting up the other animals.
He was eaten by the
the
tigers.
genetically modified
He
animals.
was eaten by the
He
tigers.
has a certain
Yeah, or
way.
the saber-toothed tigers ate all
What
the
a
other
way.
animals.
Yes.
You find yourself volunteering, and she accepts.
What the? How did I do that? What?
What? My hands up! Don't get down! I don't want to do this.
My mission protocols are taking over.
You find yourself volunteering, and she accepts, handing you 4 saucer-shaped suction cups. 2 for your hands, and 2 to attach to your feet.
Your knees, but sure.
You start to climb about an hour before dawn. So you're going to climb up 1,000 feet.
down to business to defeat Omicron.
We love Omicron.
Yeah, we're being sued.
You start to climb at around an hour before dawn. The idea is to reach the top without being seen by the tower commander before the attack is to begin. At dawn, you will crawl through a window, take the commander prisoner, and send the elevator for the other 4. You walk to the base of the tower and place a suction cup against the hard concrete. Then another. And another. And slowly you ascend.
Your shot.
By the time you find yourself beneath the control center, there's a weak glow on the eastern horizon, but the light does not cheer you, for what it reveals is a smooth underside of the egg. In order to reach a window, you will have to crawl across that, hanging upside down over 1,000 feet of empty space.
This was such a bad idea. Why would
if
we
you've
volunteer?
already made it 1,000 feet,
That's true.
and it's smooth, so those suction cups will work their dandiest.
Yeah.
But it's just like, shut up,
You're
kid.
fine. Yeah.
Get going.
You have done a lot that I would not have expected you to do at this point.
Right?
But you
Because you're
volunteered.
secretly a robot.
Because you're a robot.
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 That's going to be afraid of heights for a second.
Yeah.
Robot.
Fine.
As you perch on the tower, preparing to crawl across the egg,
Go, gadget suction cups.
you hear the loud screams of wild beasts. Floyd has freed the tigers.
Oh, sweet.
This encourages you to inch out slowly, carefully, with your suction cups. You don't look down. After a while, the surface changes. Your hand touches what feels like a window ledge. You grasp it and peer into the open window. Inside, you can see a man huddled over a console, angrily pressing buttons and muttering something about the tigers refusing to respond to commands.
Tigers.
What's the
password? What's
I don't even know why we made these stupid things.
Is Dave working in this book?
Our own tower commander.
You creep over the window ledge until you are standing. He still isn't aware of you.
Go then.
You reach down, pull the laser pistol from out your belt, and point it at the man.
With your suction cup?
Yeah. Wait. Oh, no, I didn't plan for
I
this.
suctioned it.
I mean, do we need to take him prisoner? I feel like
Let's say put him
they
down.
gave us a pistol.
We've been through so much.
Yeah,
Might as well
at this point.
learn what it is.
This is
how
for
it
Bill.
feels.
This
Take
is
a
for
life.
Bill.
Hands up, you call out.
Oh, no.
What? He cries, not believing you. He turns and says, get your hands up. I'm an Omicron master, and I don't take orders from... But you don't give him a chance to finish.
Yeah.
You send a laser beam off to the side of his ear. Ow! He screams, get the elevator down. This time he obeys. And soon Carolyn and the others are with you. Carolyn seems to know what she's doing, for she goes straight to the control console and presses buttons. She then takes out her own laser pistol.
Shoots
and
him in the head.
Fires into the console.
Oh.
Seconds later, you can hear loud cheers. All the slaves are free. And then you look out toward the mansion. It's engulfed in flames.
Yeah.
Omicron has been stopped. After a time, you find Floyd. After releasing the tigers, he had joined Jonathan. And he immediately arranges to have Bill brought to enjoy the celebration, which turns out to be a tropical island barbecue
Of the Omicron man.
of the Omicron Masters. What are we having? What are we having for the
Yum,
barbecue
yum.
food? Oh, we're having long pig. Yes, have you never had long pig?
We've got papaya and coconut and cold rice and Omicron Masters.
Playing
long
on their helmets with your little mallets there. Ewoks eat people, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the most incredible party you've ever been to.
Because you're 12.
And it lasts for a week.
What?
The end.
We saved the
We
universe.
did the universe, sure.
Yes.
Yeah. From the Omicron Masters.
But you know,
What happened to Marcus?
Surprised if it's just like
You blew up in the
where
mansion.
it's like the end, and then at the bottom of the page, turn to this page. It's like, from out of the rubble.
They're like, well, now that you're here,
comes
you can never
Yeah,
leave.
from out of the rebel, Carlos shows up.
We'll meet again, He-Man.
It's great. Think
yeah,
I've
that one.
ever been on an successful ending before.
No?
We've had a few.
But
I mean,
yeah, you might not have been
This
there
was
for
a
those.
big success. This
Yeah,
This was
was
a
this is
huge...
one.
Yeah, this was...
Like we won.
yeah,
Yeah.
we won. All right.
yeah.
That's all
All
we're going
right.
to do with that.
Well, I think we need to. Let's.
Yep.
There's some
That
other ways
is
it could have happened.
Definitely an awesome way that this book can end for you.
Yeah,
But we're going to go ahead and dive in and see other ways that this book might end right after this quick word from our sponsors.
SexyHackers.com.
This episode of Turn to Page Fun brought to you by Floyd Super Spy Gear. Have you been pressed into a super secret rebellion? Well, you're going to need some gimmicks and some gadgets. That's right. You're going to need some of Floyd's Super Spy Gear. What kind of spy gear? Well, how do you like a laser pistol? Yeah. How do you like some suction cups? All right. What else? A laser pistol. And some suction cups. Anything else?
Do you have laser pistols and
We
suction cups?
sure do.
Yay!
Do you need anything else? We probably don't have it because we only have the laser pistols and the suction cups
And away with animals.
and away with animals. So if you need to start a rebellion, come on down to Floyd Spy Gear. That's right, Floyd Spy Gear, a division of Omicron Corporation.
SexyHackers.com.
And we are back to Turn to Page Fun. So we beat the evil Omicron Corporation.
Yeah, we did.
Which was threatening the world in ways that we had no idea how because we threw away our expositional character in the first episode
Rightly so, I'd
of
say.
this book.
Yeah.
But we had remarkable success by joining the rebellion and climbing up the egg tower.
Yep.
And so we're actually going to go back
and see what happens when, rather than joining the rebellion and climbing up the egg tower, we join up with the rest of the rebel slaves.
45 people.
Yeah.
45 people, and attack the mansion.
Attack the mansion.
Where the evil masters live.
Assault on Terror Mansion.
Yes. We could start for the mansion right now, Jonathan says, pointing at the golden line that is just beginning to show on the horizon. Okay, move. He orders the other rebels. They start toward the mansion at a quick, silent trot. One of the rebels leads the way in through one of the kitchens. When you are inside, Jonathan points to a staircase. The master's quarters are upstairs, he says.
That's where his mother is.
Yeah.
That's where you'll find Marcus, if we find him. You climb the stairs, but when you reach the top, alarm bells clang.
Oh, no.
Drat, Jonathan says.
No one.
Now we'll have to fight our own people. I wish the Omicron bosses would fight for themselves instead of using slaves. Just then, a laser beam flashes by your shoulder. Take cover, Jonathan calls out. But you don't need to be told. You and the others have a tough time of it for the next few minutes. The fighting is fierce, and there are many casualties. Nevertheless, you manage to advance from door to door in the direction of the wing where the Omicron Masters live. You're helped, of course, every time you take a captive, because every newly freed slave instantly joins your band.
Oh,
It's going to be a big band.
Brainwashing.
Is that
Can be a
ska
super group.
band?
Yeah.
You can have a maraca.
So did the control tower
triangle.
mission work then?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Like that. Doesn't seem like it. 'Cause you
Yeah.
still have to
But you're
fight those.
you're like turning their switches somehow, I guess.
You just, once you
There's
take
a
the helmet
pop in
off.
there.
Yeah, there is
You're
a
like,
evil. Hey,
This is good.
this is nice.
Finally, breathless and exhausted, you are standing in a great hall of the Omicron Masters with Jonathan and Floyd. Hanging on the walls all around you are hunting trophies. You recognize some of the heads, like the saber-toothed tigers. But some you've never seen before. Could the one over the mantle of the fireplace really be the head of a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
That would take up most of the room. I mean, they're big.
Maybe it's a small one.
Oh
Would
yeah.
these dickheads really genetically engineer animals
Just to kill
hunt
them again? Yes.
Yes.
It's called human beings.
Yeah. Do you not know any people?
Look at this miracle of nature we've created. Let's destroy it.
This is why I hang out with dogs.
Yes, we have reached our first objective, Floyd says to Jonathan. What next?
Oh, he's back with us now.
Yes, Floyd is back with you. Let's take Marcus. Some of the new recruits should be able to show us the way. Good, but what about the vault? Floyd says.
Volt?
The vault, you ask? It contains the records of Omicron. All their secrets are stored there. Somebody should inspect them.
Oh.
You're right, Jonathan agrees. He looks at you. Would you like to inspect the secrets of Omicron, or would you rather join the search for Marcus? If you want to join the search for Marcus, turn to page 103. If you would rather try to inspect the secrets of Omicron, turn to page 98.
I think it's like if you go and like to the vault, you're gonna get trapped in there and then gassed.
Sea snakes.
Sea snakes.
It's just like pour right in.
And like, even if we learn all their secrets and we like release them, I feel like the world's really not going to care that much. Like the Panama Papers, look it up. It's like, hey, here's all the evil shit corporations are doing. And we're like,
yeah. Hey, everybody, just a heads up before we get taken off the air. The whole world is run by oligarchs.
Yeah.
Panama Papers prove it. Nobody cares.
Yep. So why go to the vault when we can at least get the one guy responsible?
So it makes sense to me to go kill the guy responsible. The
Right.
papers aren't going anywhere.
Right.
find
That's
them
true.
later.
The vault.
True.
But a part of me wants to see if maybe that vault is filled like a Scrooge McDuck vault, and you get to dive through coins.
Or there's like Walt Disney's Frozen head is there, and or it could be like in Cabin in the Woods,
Or maybe it's
Spoiler
guarded
alert.
by Walt Disney's frozen head
or Nixon.
on a robot.
Yeah, robot. Where
enough.
do you think they got the idea for the amusement park?
But if we go find Marcus, are we just going to end up in a pit of sea snakes again?
Yeah,
We're going to find his mother, and
this is a tough one,
Yeah.
gang.
Yeah. Scooby Gang.
I say, I don't. All right, I say we go for Marcus.
Yeah?
And, if that turns out poorly, maybe we can just go one choice back. if we have
Okay,
time.
because if we go to the vault, I'm going to just say this. We go to the vault, we can finally figure out what the fuck Omicron's
yeah,
doing.
true.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I was like,
Or
I'm
we
gonna-
can, if he's a true villain, though, he'll reveal to us his evil plan.
Yes, he will.
Oh, that's true.
All right. Well, I say Marcus, but what do
Marcus.
our other guests, our other friends say?
Tim?
One for Marcus?
Damn it.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one. Let's go to Laura. Laura?
No, vault. I'm going
He
to go
says
vault.
vault.
Mark, okay, so we got one for Marcus, one for Vault.
Hybrid.
And now
I'm
we're
going to say the vault.
Oh,
Vault. Okay, all right, we're going to the
let's
vault.
go to the vault. Let's see. how
We
it
are
turns
opening up
out.
Disney's vault
Yay!
and
Yes.
watching the Fox
classic.
Mound.
Racist movies of
Because
Disney.
we all want to cry. Thanks.
The secrets of Omicron. You'd certainly love to bring those back to Bill.
You just learned about who these people are.
I think I'd like to look into the vault, you tell Jonathan and Floyd. All right, Floyd says, then adds, Jonathan, perhaps you could go along and show the way, even though I'm sure you'd much rather follow Marcus's trail.
Damn, way to rub it in, bro.
All right, Jonathan agrees reluctantly. And I just happen to have a combination to the vault's lock, Floyd says. Well, gee, how'd you get that, you ask? Really, Floyd says, and raises his eyebrows. This is my island. What I want, I obtain. And then gives you the combination. Okay, Floyd.
We've gone back down that dark path again.
Floyd.
Great.
It's an ominous kind
Come on, Jonathan says. The vault's downstairs. He leads you to an elevator, looking very glum. Are you bothered by something, you ask? As the elevator descends. Bothered, he says, and laughs grimly. No, not bothered. Scared. The Masters have put elaborate safeguards around the vault to protect their secrets. I'd rather not find what their tricks are. But it's too late now.
I couldn't have said
No
anything
turning
a few
back.
minutes ago.
He adds, here we are.
And is incinerated by a laser bolt. Just, you're not
Jonathan-
forewarned.
You find yourself in a luxurious hallway. The floors are marble. The upper half of the walls are blue satin.
It's definitely going to be filled with gold.
And the lower half dark oak. And it is all lighted by crystal chandeliers.
Someone is here with a snifter of brandy, just slowly twirling it.
On the wall in front of you, there's a silver plaque with a sign on it that says Vault.
Excuse me, is this
They're,
the
they're
bathroom?
definitely not keeping it
The
secret. No, this is the vault.
The engravers
Okay.
are like, so you just wanted to say vault, that's it. It's a
Not
really fancy
executive
plaque.
vault or executive bathroom vault.
Omicron Hall of Record something here.
No, you charge by the letter. Let's just put vault.
We spent all our money on blue satin wallpaper.
We didn't get all this money by splurging on things.
Beneath the plaque are two silver arrows. One points to the right, and the other the left. What does it mean, you ask? I haven't the slightest idea, Jonathan says. The vault can't be in both directions, you say, not understanding how circular hallways work.
Right? That vaults are fucking huge.
I told you that the Masters were tricky. Well, which way should we go then? You wanted to explore the vault, he says. You choose.
Don't put this on me.
Jonathan.
I wanted to go after Marcus, but no.
Jonathan wanted
Floyd
to
says
just
I have
punch
one.
Marcus in the face repeatedly. He doesn't want to
Why
be
did
down.
Floyd just come with us?
Because Floyd's busy being Floyd.
If you go to the right, turn to page 26.
Go to the right.
If
Dun.
you go to the left, turn to page 60.
Everybody.
If you cha-cha now.
Everybody clap your hands.
Good job, everyone.
So we really have nothing to go on but left and right.
Red lever,
Left or
blue
right?
lever.
Red lever, blue lever.
You may blow up the basement.
Let's go right.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Why
Yep,
not?
go
Fuck it.
right.
Why not? Decisiveness.
Go right.
Go right.
Go right.
It is
Oh.
the right way, after all.
I'm gonna go to the right.
Takes this way to the back.
Oh,
So
we're very
excited. So fucking excited. We will read this page and then I will show you why we're excited. Okay, Jonathan, you say. We'll go right. The two of you walk a ways when suddenly the corridor is plunged into darkness. A whisper of laughter gradually rises in volume. Soon, the laughter is so loud you have to cover your ears. Then, abruptly, there's silence once more. Let's turn back, Jonathan suggests.
Damn, Jonathan.
At that moment, you hear metal grating against metal. Then, a clank.
Freddy Krueger.
A wall has descended a few feet behind you. Well, you say, I guess we keep moving. We could just stop and wait until somebody comes.
To murder us? Maybe not, Jonathan.
How are you the leader?
I don't like waiting in this darkness, you say. Then the laughter resumes, and a low voice speaks. Idiots, fools, this is the vault computer speaking to you. Oh, you will advance. Can you feel the floor growing hot? You do feel the floor growing hot.
Ooh,
Marble
heated
is
floors?
a great conductor of heat.
Yeah, that's a really efficient way to
That
heat.
is my little way of keeping you moving. Do not stop, no matter what you see or hear. If you pass safely through my little hall of terrors, I may allow you to perpetuate your miserable lives.
Oh, shit, it's the supercomputer, and he's pissed off at us.
You skip forward and quickly, in a little dance. The soles of your feet feel as if they were being broiled. Fortunately, the computer has turned the lights back on, but they're very dim. Suddenly, you see in front of you a horrible human-like creature. He speaks to you in a deep, forceful voice. Welcome, mortals. I am Count Zoltan. Come to me so I may drink your blood.
A.K.A. Dr. Alucard.
Dr. Alucard. That's why I did the because let's take a quick look at this picture. You go into this hallway and you meet a full up Dracula vampire.
They've come from your corner.
Yes, full up
Oh, wow, yeah.
full up Dracula vampire.
Wasn't Zoltan the name of the fortune teller in Big?
It is.
Yeah.
And you say to the Zoltan, I want to be big. And the first thing you do is look at your wiener. When you get big. And then you faint.
Right? And nobody talks about how that was essentially statutory rape at the end.
Well, it's the 80s.
It was the 80s.
Hey, all right, so, we're facing off against...
You're facing off against Count Zoltan
Zoltan.
because even Omicron Corporation cannot is afraid to go up against copyright for Dracula. I don't. That's public domain, isn't it? You don't stop and begin racing past Zoltan, and for some reason he lets you go. But a sickly green wraith-like creature carrying a flaming torch appears before you. It raises the torch high above its head and screams, "Die!" As it hurls the torch at you, you duck, and the torch falls harmlessly onto the floor. Next, a man whose body is covered with thick black hair appears. As you watch, his jaw lengthens and his teeth grow longer and longer. A werewolf, Jonathan whispers.
Yeah, thanks, Jonathan. I got it.
Thanks.
Why are you whispering?
Also, is this our Halloween special? This is way
Apparently.
more monsters than the Halloween special.
This is officially.
It's the freaking haunted mansion. I knew it.
All right, you are
All right, we're going to get to the end, and we're going to look in the mirror, and we're going.
Your name is, what was his name? Tommy?
Did
What
we
was the
ever get
character
a
that
name?
we hated?
Chris.
Chris.
Chris,
Yeah, your
yeah,
name is
yeah.
Chris. You are Chris in this.
We can die. That's
Oh.
fine.
Wait, you say. I have a funny feeling that none of this is real. I bet it's all projections, holograms, something like that.
You are wrong.
At that, the computer again interrupts with gales of laughter.
You're dumb.
Yeah, basic.
It says, "You've caught on. I didn't think you were smart enough to do that. I will consequently play with you no longer." Suddenly, the lights brighten, and you can see a heavy metal vault door not far down the corridor. When you reach it, the computer speaks again. "I presume you have the combination?" You tell him what Floyd has told you, and the vault door swings open. Inside, there is an enormous room that contains diagrams, blueprints, manuals, and computer tapes, which detail all that anybody could want to know about the scientific and technological wonders of Omicron. A little while later, with your head still reeling from what you've seen inside the vault, you emerge to greet Floyd and his victorious rebels. "Yes, you've succeeded," Floyd says joyfully. "So we have. We captured Marcus while he was trying to escape. Soon he and the others will be placed on trial. Meanwhile, I'll send someone to fetch your friend Bill. I expect he'll be interested in the contents of this vault." You smile, imagining Bill's reaction, then answer in a perfect imitation of Floyd's accent. "Indeed, I expect we will." Because it's not. The end.
Yay! Oh, we did. Good thing we went to the right, I guess.
We went to the right. Yeah.
Well,
So that's another fantastic ending that can happen in Terror Island. And we're going to find out what else this book has in store, plus a quick review and our thoughts on this book after a quick word from the sponsor.
SexyHackers.com.
This episode of Turn to Page Fun brought to you by Omicron Luxury Furnishings. That's right, Omicron Luxury Furnishings, bringing you the finest furnishings that any poor person or bad writer would think a luxurious person would want. That's right, we got everything from blue satin wallpaper to dark oak finishes to easily heated marble floors. Everything you think a rich person has. Crystal chandeliers, silver plaques with just one simple word scrawled across it in easily readable letters, and cages for saber-toothed tigers. That's right. We have everything that you could possibly want if you're a rich, evil corporation, like we are, Omicron Corporation. So if you need anything, from crystal chandeliers to vaults to holograms of monsters, please go ahead and look up Omicron's Luxury Furnishings. Omicron Luxury Furnishing is a subsidiary of Omicron Corporation.
SexyHackers.com.
And we are back to Turn to Page Fun! Fun! As we are diving through Terror Island and exploring, once again, we have been victorious against the evil Omicron Masters, whose plans, even though we went into the vault, are still completely nebulous and unknown.
But probably evil.
But
Find a way to play those
probably
computer
evil.
tapes. Fine.
Yeah, computer
Yeah, so once we find a way to play those computer tapes.
Maybe all these governments that were working together just didn't want to give up power to Omicron Corporation. Like they're like, hey, we do the shadowy spy business in this world.
Yeah, hey,
Not this new
that's
upstart
ours.
company.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we had helped Floyd free and revolt against Omicron Corporation. the evil Omicron Masters, and we succeed almost every time in those
do.
choices.
It seems-
So when we first met Floyd, he gave us a choice to help him or go back to Bill and escape the island.
Yes.
So we're going to go see what happens real quick when we go back to Bill.
It's because we're curious.
Because Bill was a very
Yeah.
we made Bill a very interesting character.
Yeah.
And then we abandoned him very quickly.
Right. We never learn if he, in fact, did succumb to his wounds or live.
Nothing.
So,
And to be perfectly honest, that is what Floyd suggested that you do,
yeah.
is get off of this island.
Smart choice.
Yeah, smart choice.
All right.
After you give him your story, including the part about Bill's injuries, he turns toward the window and sinks into deep thought. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Right.
That was before the choice. And yeah, he tells you
He
that.
sinks into deep thought and he thinks, so wait, your father sent you on this mission with this
So
guy?
your father sent you on this mission away
Young
with
man-
his best friend Bill.
Are you safe?
Are you safe?
Are you all right?
Since, among other good reasons, you'd rather be a live hero than a potentially dead one. Hold on, you, the protagonist. You bitching out does not make you a hero at all. It makes you a regular person with proper priorities, but
Right.
it does not make you a live hero in any
No, because I live to fight another day.
Nope.
Because
The
I
hero.
realized the best place
Nope.
for me would be
Nope.
a home away from the death.
Right.
And-
And the lesson was the friends that we made along
Right.
the way.
No.
You guys got this,
You
and-
can call yourself anything: an adventurer, a child prodigy.
Right.
You can do whatever you want, but you daren't call yourself a hero for bitching out when there are people enslaved that you choose not to help unenslave.
Young Harry, you must stop Voldemort. No, I'm good. I'm just going to
I'd
go
rather
back
be
to
a
my...
live hero. That's not how it works, Harry Potter.
You must come with me to... Oh, no, I'm just going to stay here on the farm.
Oh man, I gotta clean up all this fire, these dead corpses.
Yeah.
I got a lot to do, Obi-Wan.
Jeez, my family's dead, by the way.
You should
Thanks
take
for
these
feeling
droids
bad.
yourself.
Yeah.
I got a lot to clean up over here.
The hero's non-journey. All right, so what's going on here?
You decide that you would rather prefer to escape with Bill from Bounty Island and leave its fate to others.
Yep.
Like the hero.
The hero you are. Hey, it's their rebellion, okay? I don't want to overstep.
Right. This isn't my fight.
Yeah.
I don't love the Empire. I hate it. But like, what can I, a single Jedi, do? I quite understand your desire to go, Floyd tells you. This is a perfectly frightful place. Even more frightful than you can imagine. I would leave myself were I not bound to the place by my oath to avenge my people.
Glares at you.
Floyd leads you to where he keeps his boat. The boat is an outrigger sailing canoe, and it is hidden in one of the hundreds of caves that pierce the volcanic cliffs on the west side of the island. He has also hidden stores of food and drink buried in metal boxes and casks. Of course, I wouldn't hear of you trying to sail my boat by yourself, Floyd says. I'll go with you and Bill. In fact, I'll take you to New Guinea. I'll want my boat back, and besides, I need batteries for my cassette deck.
I've got this rebellion.
Oh, you're going to town? Oh, I got a list.
Let me get my list here.
I lost the batteries.
And now I realize I could have left it any time to do any of this, but I decided I've just been sitting around the treehouse and...
I know this rebellion's gonna happen, but it can wait.
can
Just
wait.
hold on.
How many more slaves are there?
Why fight without the underscore of Waylon Jennings?
Right?
I want to get
Kenny
some bitchin'
Loggins.
tunes while I overthrow the
We're gonna need
Omicron
it for the
Corp.
party.
Yes, I'm planning. I'll need the batteries for precisely 1 week. At my party.
It's ridiculous.
The two of you paddle through the lagoon to the cave where Bill Sutherland has been hiding. Right now, he is sitting on the lava ledge with a makeshift fishing line hanging down into the water. Clearly, he is a lot healthier than when you last saw him. Hey there, good buddy, he calls out cheerfully. Am I glad to see you? And you brought a friend.
At least, I hope he's a friend. Hi, Bill, you say. Definitely a friend. This is Floyd, and he's going to take us to New Guinea.
But he's older than me, so he's not that interesting to you, right? Right? I'm still number one.
New Guinea? Bill laughs. And just when I was beginning to enjoy bounty. Floyd, who doesn't catch Bill's joke, looks puzzled. But Bill keeps talking. It's quite clear that he is very eager and happy to get away from the place. So when do we start? Right away, if you'd like, Floyd replies. Then let's blast off. In minutes, you have Bill safely aboard and are paddling toward the reef.
I've got a mine of these maps, but it's a shitty map of these mines, but it's a shitty map.
It's actually a child's maze. On the back of a Denny's menu.
Take this crayon and do what you must.
Magic crayon, where you go, the boat goes.
I should have mentioned this sooner.
In minutes, you have Bill safely aboard and are paddling toward the reef. Once you are beyond the reef, Floyd raises a sail. And the next day, you are safely in New Guinea.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's super close to
you're
New
not
Guinea.
far at all.
That cannot be far.
The first thing that you and Bill do is buy Floyd enough batteries to last him a year.
Oh, what a nice bunch of guys.
A few weeks after you arrive back home, Bill, now completely recovered, shows up and tells you that a division of American Green Berets has invaded Bounty Island and overwhelmed the Omicron Masters.
And found the corpses of Floyd and all his slaves in their failed rebellion.
Did they find Floyd? You ask. Is he safe? I'm afraid there was no trace of Floyd, Bill says quietly. What the troops found were horrors beyond any of our imagining. Oh, what kind of horrors? You ask,
Don't tell him
remembering the
horrors.
saber-toothed tiger. Sorry, old buddy.
5 of them.
I'm not allowed. You're disappointed. On the other hand, you know, you're certain that Floyd is at this very moment sitting on a cushion in his mansion at the top of the tree and listening to Waylon Jennings on his cassette. Yeah, that's right. That's where Floyd is. He's gone to a big farm in the country.
Fine.
With other Floyds.
Yeah.
Have fun storming the castle.
Nowhere to fold him. Nowhere to walk away. The end.
We'll walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know it. You, the hero, left Floyd
you
to
have
be
folded them.
collateral damage by an American invasion by a whole division of Green Berets, because that's how Green Berets work.
Yep.
We don't
Well,
care
you're
who's
only
the
13, so you could probably.
I
you'll
can
forget
reveal
about
certain
this.
classified information, and I can take you on a journey around the world, but I can't tell you what happened.
Yep.
not at all. But you
Oh,
know,
well,
feel-
that was a...
that was an ending.
That was
that was an
definitely an ending.
Yeah.
A very heroic ending for you, the live hero.
Right. Who's there to tell the tale? However you want to rewrite
Yes.
it when you retell this in the future. And then I signed him up for a reoccurring battery subscription from Prime.
Yes.
So who's the real
How they found his
hero?
batteries.
Andy Poitiers' number is all over this book. It's in the back too. We're gonna read a quick thing about the author. Author Tony Kolz was born and grew up in Dallas, Texas, and was educated by the Jesuits and at Columbia University. For many years, he was associate editor of literary magazine The American Review and a senior editor at Bantam Books. Mr. Kolz is also the author of Vampire Express and Bantam's Choose Your Own Adventure series.
Please write that down for a future episode.
He is married and has 2 boys, aged 17 and 7. That is not impertinent information for a bio.
So if any friends of his are going on a cruise,
He
you know who
does
to
still
talk to.
have a, barely legal and
He
7-year-old.
loves big cushions between children.
yeah, that's a...
like 2 years. or
Yeah,
something
that's
like that.
a...
That's like a clearly whoops.
Let's see if this one makes
kid.
it to
Them
10.
Jesuits.
The author is currently writing a spy novel for adults.
Penthouse presents.
Really? Tom Clancy? He wrote a book. He wrote a spy novel.
Did he succeed? Did he succeed?
Called Battle Ready.
Sweet.
Yes.
Battle
Oh,
ready.
battle
Is it a choose
ready.
your own
Fair
adventure adult now?
Hey,
Oh yeah.
hey, Dave, while you're looking things up, could you look up this kid on Facebook whose book this is to see if his profile is public? Andrew.
Pothier.
Let's see if we
yeah.
can find him.
Unblessed.
That's that. Please don't. Let's see if we can
we
find him.
bleep that name
the
out?
last thing we should probably bleep
We
that
just,
spelling out.
totally
The
said
last
his
thing
name.
we want is
Yeah, let's
for
edit
people
that part
to
out.
Right. Our extensive
to
fan base to
harass.
contact.
Yeah, all 5 people.
Yeah.
Please
If-
take that out in post production.
Yes.
But let's find him and send him a message and a
Yeah,
link to this.
we'll find and send him a message. And a link to
Our
it.
tech
Like-
is working on it.
and the message would just be, "We got your book.
Got your book.
We got your book. If you want your book back, well, you're going to need a year's supply of batteries."
Otherwise, every time I go shopping and they ask me to enter a phone number, I'm putting in yours.
just send him a message. Liberty. He'll know what it means.
I mean, unless he didn't find the. He may not have read
He may
through-
not have.
He
yes.
might have given up.
And
And there's some
Uh,
endings we didn't get to, so maybe
There
he
are
got to them.
there. We,
I may have found his LinkedIn.
We still should not bother this.
we're not going to bother this
He's an
person.
innocent person.
That is, we're gonna put a pin in that and maybe come back to it. I'll unsolved mysteries. As a follow through once we figure out
crazy.
what we want to do with this information.
Yes.
And then I'll do my Robert Stack. We contacted Andy Porter. No. Anyway, moving on to our regular format that doesn't involve harassing a
Doxing
person.
people.
What? It's not considered harassment if a woman contacts him, right? That's different. That's fine. What?
You gotta call that his assment.
Tim Higgins, get out of here.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Yeah,
And we're not going to record it.
no.
Wait a minute. This. You haven't been recording this?
Oh yeah. Totally.
This was all just for
But finally, let's go back to Terror Island by Tony Kolz.
yes.
And get our final thoughts on
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I have some. I
All
have
right.
some
Where are
feelings.
we?
final thoughts on,
are your
on the book.
feelings?
So let's go to Laura right away. Laura, on a scale of 1 to 100 sneeze snakes, deadly sneeze snakes,
Sea snakes.
what would you give this book?
So, because of the lack of endings that were written in here, we really had to work hard to get through some of these. I'm going to put it at like 40 sea snakes.
40.
That's it.
40 out of 100.
Yep. That's rough.
Okay.
All right. All right.
All right. And then Brian, on a scale of a pack of saber-toothed tigers and a
hoping for-
mounted head of a T-Rex, where would you
Ooh.
put this?
I thought we had a pretty good balance. There was like 18 endings total.
Yes, there are 18 endings.
And we got some.
That's like half the normal endings.
These books range anywhere from 12 endings to 42.
Yeah. Anyway, so it was. I felt like, and they were endings. They ended definitively. This is what happens: sudden death or success, great success. So I'm gonna give it 7 saber-toothed tigers because of the deeply problematic relationship with our benefactor, Bill Sutherland.
Yes, that we
Knock it a few points.
fortunately did not explore.
Yes. Thank you.
right.
That's my 7 out of 10.
All right. And Tim.
Yeah.
Tim, on a rating of fake rating to evil overlord Marcus and his crony Carlos, what would you give this?
I would go with probably a Russian.
Yeah,
Like the Russian.
okay.
It's
Oh.
like they didn't.
One big
you didn't
sweaty
really.
hanky.
We were just to assume that Omicron.
that's
It's
true.
That's true. There's a lot
it's
of-
a bad sounding name, and you can just assume that it's
Maybe something that
a
sounds
horrible thing.
like Omicron, like Amazon. I don't know. We'll figure,
You know,
we'll
just
figure
like
it out.
maybe flesh that out a little bit to say some of the horrors.
Yeah,
Like, why
give us a
why
reason to
this
fight.
Secretive, Like,
Yeah.
take my child across the sea type shit has
Right.
to happen.
And what kind of organization were we working for the whole time?
Exactly.
Because it wasn't the
I know,
CIA.
it's just
It
like-
was
wasn't-
something
it was
like the
like
CIA.
NSA, EPA. It was the EPA.
So
It was the.
There's some violations of.
It was ICE. We were working for ICE.
Oh, no.
The whole time.
No. Bring it all down.
So, yeah, it
Because
was-
then we
it was
would have been
all right.
really upset when we met Floyd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I give it 3 Floyds.
Out of how many Kenny Rogers is that?
I think I need a couple, 3.
Waylon Jennings.
I give it 3 Floyds because I did enjoy how definitive the endings were.
Yeah.
Did.
They were very definitive. I did not enjoy. There was a lot of tell don't show based on the evil people.
Yeah, yeah.
But there was a lot of show of the awesome things that you were doing.
That's true. There was a lot of action.
There was a lot of action packed.
Yeah.
And we got to maybe 6 or 7 endings in this book, which means that
third?
there are 11 more.
Yeah.
For you to discover if you were ever to purchase Terror Island or check it out at your local library and enjoy yourself to see what you and your friend Floyd and what was his name? Bill Sutherland
and
are up
RKD.
to
Jonathan and
Well, Volkov or whatever his name was
Yeah.
did not
Volkov, yeah.
serve us well.
on
But-
Terror Island, because based on that shitty map, there are many other places that we can go to in Terror Island
went to
that
the
we did
farm?
not go to.
What's happening in
Wait,
that stadium?
What's going on in that stadium? What's going
Yeah.
on in that lake? So many more adventures in this book for you to check out. So I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'd recommend
It's a
this
fun one.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. So it is coming to the end of December. We might still be in the holidays. We might not be. We might be coming in after a special holiday special. Who knows?
Holiday.
So, Brian, what do you got going on at the end of December, at the end of this year, into the new year?
End of December, there may be a show, a holiday show with Ampersand Theater, if things come together for them. If not, otherwise, just check them out. There's going to be a lot of great stuff in the new year. They've got their new theater being built here in Milwaukee. And if you're not in Milwaukee, inexplicably, and listen to us, I don't know where we have fans. You could check out No Dice right here in the Sexy
we have
Network.
fans all over the world.
Sure, we
like
do.
St. Louis.
Brian.
Like the Bly Islands.
Like the Bly Islands, New Guinea. Yeah.
Well, for those fans, I would say check out No Dice on Twitch, or you can watch it right here on YouTube as well. We release episodes every week. It's a new adventure where we play Dungeons and Dragons or role-playing-esque type games. I'm a floating head in the jar, and I play the piano. So if that's not enough to reel you in, I don't know what is. Yeah, check that out. And that's and merry holidays of your choice to you.
Laura, what are you up to?
Oh, the beginning of the year is super quiet until February. Working with a group called Cabaret MKE for the Cream City Crime Syndicate. It is a radio play with all sorts of, like rum runners and prohibition and gangsters and all sorts of fun stuff in a radio play. And in between, there's singers and jinglers and Miss Millie's Victory Garden with all sorts of inappropriate housekeeping tips. And that's in February.
Fantastic.
And last but not least, Tim Higgins. What are you up to?
probably kicking in to high gear, shooting another Pass Me a Beer video. A company has hired us to throw more beers.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
that'll pick up either December or early January. And many different shows. Continue doing what I'm always been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Right on.
who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe be back here to choose another. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we'd love to have you back.
No, I don't know.
And also, if you enjoyed Tim Higgins, he is actually a very good actor as well. Very enjoyable performance in The Field. Available now on Amazon Prime. Rent it or buy it. Buy it. It's not much more. Just do it. Just buy it. Support your. If you're in Milwaukee, support your local artists and film people.
Yeah, and that film was pretty much like 98% Milwaukee based.
Nice.
So you're supporting
Good
a
for the
lot of
economy.
Milwaukee with watching or buying that film.
Awesome.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you so much to all of you for joining this book with me, or reading this book with me. Thank you so much to Sexy Hackers with this wonderful, wonderful space. Thank you to David Lane for being our engineer troll and looking up a person that we will definitely not contact or harass.
Go ahead and like and subscribe.
Feel free to like and subscribe if you liked us on any or all of your podcast media.
If you leave a review on iTunes, right? That helps us
that's a
out.
good one.
5-star
Talk
review
to us.
if you don't
We want to
mind.
hear things.
And tell your friends too. Word of mouth is always good. If you enjoy this program,
Mouth words.
mouth words.
Make the internet work.
And also, if this is coming in after Christmas, if you have no idea what to do with all that money you got from cards and returning gifts you didn't like, feel free to go to sexyhackers.com and purchase yourself any number of Sexy Hackers t-shirts, hats, or sweatshirts. We have Turn to Page Fun sweatshirts and t-shirts, as well as many, many other awesome prints on very comfortable items of clothing. They are both comfortable, stylish, and efficacious. So please spend your money there. We will love you for it forever. Thank you so much. Enjoy this wintry end of the year. Thank you most of all to you for being you, listening to us read to you. With that, I'm Nick Fuhrer saying I will see you next week through your ears.
All hail Omicron Corporation. All hail Omicron Corporation. All hail.
SexyHackers.com! Stream Team!